This is a reading from The Feathered Man. It goes like this. What struck Klaus as he stepped into the room was how quiet and still it had become. Even that gasping breath had been more than this silence. "Just passed on," said Frau Drecht. She stood for a moment contemplating the composed figure, the pillows now carefully plumped up and replaced beneath its head. "I'll leave you to it," she said. Kusselman waited for her to go, and then he opened the man's mouth. The teeth were finer than he'd expected. Klaus saw the expression of surprise cross his face, but then Kusselman frowned and bent closer. They were too fine, too even. He made an irritated clicking noise with his tongue and, opening the bag, reached in for his pliers. He gripped one of the front teeth and roughly worked it to and fro. Just as he thought, the tooth was cheap plasterwork. It looked very fine, but it was as false as a lead penny. It broke and crumbled in the jaws of the pliers as he twisted them. And then he stopped. He stuck his finger into the man's warm, wet mouth and raked out the broken pieces. Then he put the pliers in again, and breaking the next tooth, did the same. Then he straightened up, breathless and sweating. He turned to Klaus. "Go and shut the door," he hissed in an urgent whisper. Klaus didn't understand what Kusselman wanted him to do. He stood holding the tin ready for the tooth. "Shut the door," Kusselman hissed again, and seeing Klaus not move, he knocked the tin out of his hands. "The door," he said, little drops of spittle on his lips. "Quick!" Klaus went and closed the door. Kusselman had already got his pliers back into the man's mouth. He was hurriedly breaking every tooth and raking out the little pieces. Despite himself, Klaus leaned forward over the bed, and as he did so, he saw why. Beneath their plaster covering, every tooth in the man's head was made of gold, solid gold. Every tooth, that is, but one. And that one, pinned deep into the bone of the man's jaw, was made from a single brilliant diamond as big as the top of Kusselman's fat thumb. And if you want to know what happens next, you're going to have to read the book.